I miss you. I'm talking to my community. I miss you. Did you miss me? I miss y'all so much. Do you miss me? Say yes. It is December 1st. Happy December 1st. Happy first day of December. Happy we got another month to try to get it right, y'all. We woke up this morning, no matter what situation you're in, we woke up to see another day, and not everybody got the opportunity to. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say I miss y'all, but guess what? Mama really is getting her life together. I'm trying to balance. It may not seem like it. I'm trying to balance working outside of the house versus working YouTube because I really mean it when I say y'all are important to me. And it's like every day I beat myself up that I don't do a video, but I miss y'all. We're not going to dwell on the past. We want to focus on the future. The future tomorrow, I will be in Carroll County. Y'all, that is an hour and change from my house. Listen, I'm about to need gas money and lunch money, okay, to cover this for Wendy. By the way, it's only Wendy's is tomorrow. I saw somewhere where somebody thought tomorrow was Wendy and Eddie, but so far, it just Wendy's is tomorrow, and then Eddie's is the 12th. So, child, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm putting this out to y'all tonight. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. But listen, I'm nearsighted. For those of y'all that don't know, that means I can see near, I can't see far. I have a very high prescription. Like my glasses and my contacts prescription is a lot. I've been wearing glasses since the fifth grade, right? Fifth grade? Yeah, fifth grade. So with my contacts, my prescription changed and went up a little, and I want to be able to see distance wise. However, it now makes, when I'm holding my phone like this, it now makes my up front vision, my close vision blurry, and I got to kind of adjust my eyes. I'm saying that to say if y'all want me to get you information out fast, tweeting like I did for Karen, hopefully my phone will be allowed because they were saying phones weren't allowed. But and I was standing in the vestibule of Karen's, like right there, like at the doors, not sitting in there. So we'll see. But if y'all want me to get y'all the information fast, there may be typos. I don't need you to tell me. Keep it. Okay. Just enjoy the information that'll be coming out. But yeah, I say that to say last year, y'all, I kept blinking because everything looks blurry now because my distance lens, my distance prescription is so strong. So now I'm like this with the phone when I've never had to do that before. But anyway, so yes, tomorrow we'll be in Carroll County. Y'all pray my strength. Y'all know they ain't checking for us down there. All right. I just wanted to come to y'all. So my Potomac review will be up sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get it done before I leave to go to the court and then Married to Medicine. I need to watch it and get that. I couldn't take it on last night. I couldn't, y'all. I watched Potomac live, but I couldn't take Married to Medicine on. But y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed it. Actually, don't tell me until we do the Married to Medicine review. But just a couple of quick topics that I wanted to talk to y'all about. So many that have passed and gone on, but we get ready to get into it. All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna start doing. This is a sign so I can scroll through my video and see where the news talk actually begins. So let's get into it. Brit Eady, Brit Eady, Brittany Eady. Okay, this is according to Reality Blur. Brittany Eady says Bravo was planning to invite Kenya Moore back for RHOA season 17 as she sues network over revenge PORN incident. Remember, we talked about this earlier this year where Brit was filing a lawsuit, but she wasn't filing a lawsuit. It was her notifying Bravo or putting them on notice. Same thing, right? Hey, I'm about to sue y'all. Now she officially has. So let's get into it. So according to Bloomberg Law, Brit filed her lawsuit against Bravo Media LLC and Truly Original LLC on November 20th with the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. This comes as she continues to allege that the photos shown at Kenya's event were not of her. The Southern District of New York is all up and through the Real Housewives franchises. They was investigating Jen Shaw. Who else? They did somebody else. Anyway, the former cast member's lawsuit accuses the network and production company of understanding how detrimental Kenya's actions were, but still making the disgusting decision to leverage it at at Edie's great expense. The suit also claims that Brit was prompted to discuss the incident on camera and discuss her sexual history. Brit Eady says the defendants, Bravo and Truly Original, rejected her attempts to investigate the drama with Kenya. She claims they even refused to allow me to see the photo Kenya displayed at her salon, adding that the image would have revealed that the photograph was not her and was actually a deep fake. Oh, okay. Defendants thereafter chose to air many of these discussions to the world, again, despite their recognition that Moore's conduct was beyond their show's standards, expectations, and policies. All the while, this is straight from the lawsuit, all the while, defendants continually rejected Edie's efforts to investigate the incident herself, even refusing to allow her to see the photograph that Moore presented, which would have revealed to Edie that the photograph was not her. The then defendants twisted the knife in another grotesque display of sexual harassment and retaliation. Wow. Additionally, it claims the defendants knew right away that the use of the photo was beyond the pale, hugely improper, and well beyond the show's standards, expectations, and stated sexual harassment policies. Britt says both entities sought to gaslight Eady into thinking it was her in her interest to discuss these highly personal sexual issues. From there, Britt stated in the lawsuit that the Bravo and or production company informed her of plans to bring Kenya back for season 17, meaning she would have to film with her harasser if she wanted to return after her first season on the show. Now she's seeking compensatory damages, including back pay and front pay, and past, present, and future pain, suffering, and other hardships stemming from the situation with Bravo. She's also requesting that the defendants handle her legal fees. So here's my thing. I know she's saying it's not hers, and she's saying it's a deep fake. Is she saying that a fake image of her was presented? Because if it wasn't her, wouldn't the ladies know that? All the ladies that were at the event? They would have known that it wasn't her. And they would have been able to go back and tell her, oh, a photo of you wasn't shown, right? They all have said that. So I don't understand. So I guess she's saying the photo, clearly she has to be saying that it was a photo of her that wasn't real, right? But then she says she looked at the photo. Once she finally got to see the photo, it wasn't her. So is she saying it wasn't her as in this photo of me is fake? Like that's not me. This is a AI generated photo. Is that what she's saying? Because that's the confusing part a little bit. Her saying that it was a deep fake, then her saying it wasn't me, but the castmates reacting as if it was her. So I'm going to assume that it was an AI photo of her, sort of like that with Meg the Stallion, and how the vlogger tweeted out a link, I believe it was, to a fake PORN video of Meg, which, by the way, Meg won her case. I believe I believe the vlogger has to pay her $75,000. Milagro yeah. Y'all look that up. Shout out to Megan. Megan and Cardi are suing. They're not playing no games with people. But anyway, back to this. So I'm just going to assume that it looked like Brit. It was an AI picture of Brit taking it to the head. That's why the ladies thought it was her. Now she's saying she looked at the photo and she's like, hold up, that ain't me, meaning I never did it. Like, this photo is fake. I guess we shall see. I'm going to say this. Producers and all that had to see that. I do believe if she asked to see the picture, they should have let her see it. To say, hey, that's me, or hey, that's not me. I think in their minds, since they all saw it, they're assuming, why show her? It's a picture where I'm looking at a picture of her, not even thinking that it could have been AI. I would hate to think that Kenya would do an AI photo of her doing that, which I can't even, no matter how much in the past I haven't seen it for Kenya, I can't even see her doing that. Now, I can see somebody who maybe doesn't like Brit doing it and maybe passing it off to Kenya like, hey, this is her. I don't know. Maybe Kenya did do it. Do y'all think Kenya would do something like that? Whether you like her or not, think about it. Do y'all think Kenya would really do something like that? Meaning generate an AI photo of Brit taking it to the head or to the throat, rather, actually taking it to the throat. What do y'all think? I don't know. Do y'all think that her lawsuit stands a chance? I mean, if she's saying she went to Bravo to say, let me see this photo, and if they had to let her see it, she could have cleared it up right then before it was drug out through the season. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But the tea that Kenya was allegedly gonna be coming back season 17, I wonder what made them not bring her back next season. Was it because of Brit's notice that she sent before? Because remember, I even said, I wonder if Brit saying she was going to sue Bravo and she sent them notice, would that affect Kenya coming back? And and Bravo and production are like, you know what? We're just going to wash our hands of her because we don't want any legal stuff coming down the pipeline. Maybe they thought not bringing her back will get rid of it. But Brit said no. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Any legal experts watching, let me know. Does this case stand a chance? If y'all were jurors and you had this case and you didn't know who Brit was, of course we know who Kenya is, but and saw that all play out, what would you do? Moving on. Baby, 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 baby. Todd said he wants the kids. All right, let's get into it. He wants primary custody. This is according to Us Weekly. RHOA alum Candy Burris' ex Todd Tucker demands primary custody, questions prenuptial agreement. Now, I remember thinking back then, the way that whole prenup played out with him and Candy and her, like basically they kind of waited until the morning of the wedding, and I wondered if he would ever try to use that as I signed it under duress. Let's get into it. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Candy Burris' estranged husband Todd Tucker is demanding primary custody of their two kids in divorce court. Us Weekly can exclusively report. On Wednesday, November 26th, shout out to Mommy Ann's birthday, Todd Tucker filed a response to the divorce petition that Burris filed. He said their two children are currently in his care and residing with him in Georgia, while Burris handles out-of-state work obligations. Yeah, because she's getting ready to do Broadway, right? And Juliet in New York. The exes share a son, Ace, born 2016, and a daughter, Blaze, born 2019. Tucker, 52, noted Burris's work obligations will continue to require her to be away from the children for at least the next several months, as he pleaded for primary custody. His filing noted the parties have been working cooperatively in an effort to resolve all issue, and Tucker remains committed to continuing those discussions in good faith. Child, all that calling him daddy daycare may work in his favor. Tucker said that in the hopefully unlikely event that they are now, this is what he's saying, in the hopefully unlikely event that they are unable to reach a custody deal, he will be seeking primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and final decision-making authority. He proposed Burris having substantial time and meaningful access to the children. Tucker's lawyer praised Burris as a mother. His filing noted, Tucker wishes to make clear that he recognizes Burris as a loving and capable parent and remains sincerely hopeful that prior and continued discussions between the parties will bring full resolution of matter. Tucker admitted that he signed a prenuptial agreement before getting hitched on April 4th, 2014. April 4th, that's my birthday. Look at that. But suggested he was pressured into signing it without his lawyers around. However, Tucker's lawyers said the agreement was presented to Tucker without Tucker having counsel, even though Burris's then counsel had communicated previously with Tucker's team regarding a potential prenuptial agreement. Do y'all think that Candy purposely did it that way? Like, what were y'all thoughts at the time when we saw how him signing the prenup played out? Do y'all think that Candy set it up that way knowingly and knowing that he was going to sign it because they were steps away from getting married? Despite the knowledge, Burris's counsel presented the final agreement to Tucker for signature immediately before the wedding ceremony without any notice to or consultation with Tucker's team, who had been significantly engaged in the negotiation progress. These circumstances raised substantial questions concerning the enforceability of said document. Nevertheless, Tucker remains committed to working in good faith to resolve this matter amicably and privately to the extent possible. Tucker's counterclaim for divorce also demanded a division of all marital assets, both real and personal, tangible and intangible, between the parties. I was getting ready to say, does he mean? I was getting ready to say, does he mean everything they did together? But yeah, marital assets would be everything that they earned like together, right? Tucker demanded primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and potentially alimony if the prenuptial agreement is found to be unenforceable. Ooh. Us obtained the divorce petition filed by Burris on November 21st. She listed the date of marriage as April 2014 and the date of separation as July 15th, 2025. Burris said the marriage was irretrievably broken with no reasonable hope for reconciliation. I'm going to say this. Now, in her filing, Candy proposed joint custody of the children, claiming it would be in their best interest. In addition, the RHOA alum said a prenuptial agreement was signed by both parties before they walked down the aisle, and she wanted it enforced. In regard to debt, Burris said parties possess debts that have been incurred throughout the duration of the marriage, which should be subjected to equitable division directed by the prenuptial agreement. She asked the court to determine the amount of any child support awarded. Now, we know that Candy's away a lot for work, and Todd has the kids a lot because clearly people call him Daddy Daycare. Do y'all think that Todd is wanting joint physical legal custody and final decision making so that Candy has to pay him child support? Or do you think that because it seems like, I don't know, because I was gonna say it seems like he has them a lot, but Candy could be on tour or gone for a day or gone here, going there. So I don't know. I was going to say it seems like he has them a lot, but maybe she was with them just as much. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that he should be awarded primary custody? Because if she's proposing joint custody, what would be his reasoning for wanting sole physical and legal custody? Again, could it be because he'll get child support for taking care of them? Or is it because he feels like with her work obligations keeping her away from them for periods of time, that he does feel like he is the more stable household now? I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Do y'all think this is a money ploy? Or because I feel like I would like to think that it would have nothing to do with money. And it'd be like, well, listen, I don't want my kids on the road. I want them here with me. And the reality of it is if she's on the road, if she's working, if something happens to the kids, I need to be able to make that decision. I may need to make a decision right then and not have to worry about, oh, well, where's the mom or who has the custody and all that. Whereas if he has all of that, he can make those decisions. Something could happen in school, anything. And he'll be able to do all that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I hope for this. I hope it doesn't turn ugly. There's been so much discussion about this divorce and so many clips of Todd circulating. What are y'all thoughts? Because we haven't talked about it, like us as a community. What are y'all thoughts on the whole divorce? Are you surprised? Were you shocked? Did you feel like Mama Joyce? Did you see it coming? Did y'all see that picture circulating from Facebook saying that basically it's showing Todd standing next to a pregnant woman and alluding that's the reason? Now, I've seen it posted on Instagram as well. And I wasn't sure if that came from, some of those Facebook accounts post fake news, which I don't even see how they're still able to do that. Like I thought there were, like you couldn't do that on Facebook, like if it was shown to be false or whatever. But anyway, I don't know. But what are y'all thoughts on the divorce? Are y'all, for lack of a better term, I see people saying that they're glad and that Mama Joyce was right. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Child, some of the people are even saying that, what's her name? Fatum or Fatum? People were saying that that was Candy and Todd's girlfriend. Now people are speculating that it was just Candy's girlfriend. Child, who knows? I want to know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Last thing. Oh, baby, I can't wait to do my Potomac review. Let's get into Miss Angel Massey. Hell hath no fury like an angel scorn. Yeah, while you're on podcasts and in confessionals, but not in the lady's face. Let's get into Angel. This is from the Bravo Shade Room. She was on Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb's podcast. Let's get into what she had to say.
Going on this season, I think that
I will say she looked good.
This way, I think that Ashley doesn't have much going on this season. I think that it behooves her to talk about me because my life is obviously full and wonderful. I think that it is very nasty to call a grown woman a girl. I think that I am the picture of resilience.
It's nasty to call a grown woman a girl, but not snaggletooth and straggly hair. Okay. And not Forrest Whitaker. Okay.
Know that I'm the picture of resilience. And so I don't receive anything that she has to say. And I would like to see how her storyline that doesn't exist plays out for this season. And I think that she has rode the coattails of everyone else that has something going on. And I think that that's where that's coming from. And here's the thing. I think that people are going to have a lot of opinions. I think that some of this cast likes to look in the comments to get what they want to say on the red carpet or at panels or at reunions. I think that, the people who watch this show give these women a lot of material. And so she can think what she wants to think. But I'm the quintessential housewife. So that's that. This way, I think that Ashley.
Now, all of that came from this.
We have Angel next to us. It's her first season as a housewife. Mm-hmm. How would you rate her rookie season?
Now, in case you didn't hear him, he said, the person interviewing her, we have Angel next to us. She's the first season housewife. How would you rate her rookie season?
What's the scale? 1 to 10, 1 to 5? Is a 0 an option?
Look at Monique.
Okay. She's a sweet girl, but I just don't think this playground is for her.
What are the qualities that you think that?
Okay. Let me go back to this. Shout out to Jamie. That's me. Y'all know I love her. She said, Angel, are you reading clapback notes? Because if y'all watch,
she doesn't have much going on this season. I think that it behooves her to talk about me because my life is obviously full and wonderful. I think that it is very nasty to call a grown woman a girl. I think that I am the picture of resilience. I know that I'm the picture of resilience. And so I don't receive anything that she has to say. And I would like to see how her storyline that doesn't exist plays out for this season. And I think that she has rode the coattails of everyone else that has something going on. And I think that that's where that's coming from. And here's the thing. I think that people are going to have a lot of opinions. I think that some of this cast likes to look in the comments to get what they want to say on the red carpet.
All right, I'm done. Now, Jamie says she's not wrong about Ashley and Ashley wasn't wrong about her. Bingo. And then Shataya, shout out to her. She said they're both right. And Ashley's, wait, they're both right. And Ashley's, I said Angel, I done made them a couple names. They're both right. And Ashley's forehead is huge. And I'm only saying that because can be so nasty what she said about Angel, but in general. Basically, she's only saying that because Ashley can be so nasty. Look, I don't know about the quintessential housewife. And Angel says she's the picture of resilience. I'm not going to take that away from her. We just haven't seen it on the show because when I think of resilience, I think of somebody that has gone through something, been able to get through it, stand tall, overcome it. We haven't seen Angel really go through anything because it's her first season, right? But I want to, how you know what something means, but I'm going to get Webster's definition. The meaning of resilience is the capability of a body to recover its. Okay, come on, don't, come on. You know which way I want it. An ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. Right. And we haven't really seen that with Angel. So maybe in her mind, she's a picture of resilience with stuff that she's gone through that we just haven't seen yet. Right. Or that she hasn't been able to talk about or share with the class yet. I will say this, and I tweeted it, and I'm gonna get into it when I do my. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna get into it when I do my review. Um, Zoom is going off on my phone, y'all, but I'm literally on the Zoom. Like I've scheduled it, probably because maybe I scheduled it for 8, but I jumped on. But anyway, I'm gonna say this. She talks about how it was nasty for Ashley to call her girl, and Angel has this thing where she keeps saying, like, basically insinuating that the ladies have mean girl behavior. And I'm gonna say it again in my review. But I said it's interesting that she wants to keep talking about mean girl behavior. And again, she said in this interview, she thinks it's nasty that Ashley called her a girl. Coming from the woman who had no problem kikiing with Giselle about Stacey's breath at that non-bloom party. And then not only that, continued to try to be shady about Stacey's breath by having that bowl of mints. She did that on purpose. But you want to talk about mean girl? When again, you had no problem kikiing with Giselle. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying there's a lot of things I don't think is mean, y'all. A lot of things don't offend me, right? I'm not saying it's right, but when I think of the way she's presenting, like, that was nasty that Ashley said that, and y'all know I don't care for Ashley, never have. But, it's nasty that Ashley said that, and she's upset that Wendy was laughing at something Giselle said and saying that Wendy's behavior was mean girl. But again, you talked about Ashley's breath. You were shady with those mints. Said Wendy looked like Forrest Whitaker about the eye. And called the other girl that reached out to Jazzy stringy haired and snaggletooth. You go to women's appearances when you get upset. Again, I'm not saying that's mean girl behavior, but I'm saying with the way she's acting as if she's on the receiving end of mean girl behavior, you also give mean girl behavior. And I do believe she was a mean girl wag. I definitely do. Them two different ladies that reached out to Jazzy. Yeah, I believe there's probably other women that feel the same way about Angel. And I think it's interesting that she's still trying to get Giselle to big sis her. And Giselle's still not checking for her. When Giselle said last night, I had Angel all up in my face talking about Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. Yeah. Some people are saying, it's not, people aren't giving Angel a chance. She's not being fair. Wendy's giving nasty energy to Angel. I see Angel having a different energy for Wendy than the woman who started the whole conversation. They couldn't even remember that Giselle was the one that said catfish. Because you want to have this energy for Wendy. I don't know. So Angel has a lot of bravado in this interview. She had a bravado on the red carpet. Even in her confessionals. But it's like, where is this with the right people? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I agree with Ashley. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to say that. My throat started closing up. But I do agree with Ash. Oh, y'all can't say that no more. If I say her name again, she might be in the Zoom. I agree with her. And I also agree with Angel that she who shall not be mentioned again in this Zoom, because I don't want her to just pop up, she doesn't have a storyline. And she's trying to create things. And she is riding on the coattails of other people's beefs. I believe that as well. We'll get into that more when I do the Potomac review. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Brit Eady lawsuits. And her saying, Kenya, we would have had Kenya back, season 17. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Candy and Todd of it all. I really want to know y'all's thoughts. Because I haven't seen a lot of people saying, like, speaking positively of Todd. You know how sometimes the internet can be split? So I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, those videos don't do him, those clips don't do him justice. I mean, those clips don't help. And they feel like those clips just reinforce like he was never the right one for Candy, or was out to get Candy, or didn't really like Candy. So y'all let me know if y'all think differently. Also, I feel like if he don't now, there was a point in the marriage when he did. I mean, I would like to think so. I just can't imagine, like, but they've been together 11 years. I feel like at some point I'm choosing to believe at some point he loved her and really wanted to be with her and wasn't there for her money at some point. I don't know about now. I don't know about in the beginning, but at some point I do believe that he was not there for just the money. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know. We're only speculating, right? And let me know what y'all think about Angel and this clip of her interview and what she had to say about it. Y'all. I'm pointing. I want beef with y'all because y'all almost let me say that girl's name, knowing she was in my live singing "The Boy Is Mine." Girl, get out of our face. Anyway, I love y'all so much. I'll be back for the Potomac review. See you guys.